Good afternoon, everybody. Early evening. East Coast is here. Early evening.
I'm sorry for what's happening. You have every right to be angry, but that isn't going to help us solve this problem. No, it's this house hasn't been safe for you. Is it possible to replicate a new one? Technology is too complex. How did this happen? How can we repair the damage? Try to repair it now. A few exercise. Move it to places.
Hey, Brenda. Oh, East Coast is caught in a traffic jam. Sorry to hear that. Well, you just kind of relax a little bit and listen and chime in if you'd like, but you don't have to. I understand everybody's got something they got going on, and yours right now, you're battling the damn traffic. Here comes Joe. Good afternoon, Joe.
Hey, Paul.
How's it going?
And East Coast, what's up? That's the,
People who take very She's going to die. We're on our way searching for
East Coast, what's going on? Brenda, Paul. So, Joe, what did you do anything?
yeah, I've been living a dream, Paul.
We have.
Yeah, and the dream sucks. You know, but
Yeah, I hear you.
right now the dream kind of sucks. Justin's still waiting to find out about the job.
Well, I figured he'd hear this week.
Well, I figured he'd know about it this week too. He put in a job for Academy Sporting Goods just to get a job doing something. Because they need somebody in the guns department. So he's trying to get something just to work.
Sure. Yeah, the money runs out easy, really fast.
Well, he's about out of money. Hey, Dominic. Morning.
Eric.
So it's good morning, good afternoon, and good evening now.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope he hears something soon.
Morning, Dominic.
Yeah.
Morning.
Did he call today or?
Paul.
Well, he was told by his by the guy trained him, don't keep bothering him. He said, don't call him every day. That basically. You know, so what's happening is he's waiting till Monday. He hasn't called him in a week. He's gonna call Monday and check on him. You know, so, but you could hear in his voice, he's kind of,
Down.
he's real down. Went to the dollar store today and got me a big candy corn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's actually a fidget.
Oh, okay. Unscrews.
Boy, yeah, the screws that falls on the floor most of the time.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't stick with each other. It's just a screw that goes through the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
I think I could mess with people that hate candy corn now and give them
There you
one.
go.
I actually went back and you see a little crosshairs.
Yep.
I put the thing in there so you could stick a screwdriver in there because without that you couldn't. With the first time you put it on, you couldn't get it off. So then I go put that on there and it goes right on. Figure that out.
Ow. Mm.
Here comes Ed.
Ed,
Hello, Ed.
Ed, how you doing?
Good
Hey,
evening,
Ed,
good
what's up?
evening, everyone. Not much, not much.
Ed with the weekend off.
That's right.
Nice.
Couldn't ask for more. It
But
was
it
a
also
rainy,
looks like it could be a warhead too. Huh?
Yeah.
Got the right kind of shape for a
You could
warhead.
put that on the top of a rocket.
Yeah.
Put that in the front of that Mavic 3 that busts my ass and maybe it wouldn't have hit me.
Yeah, there you go.
how's everybody doing in the chat?
Do you see what Brenda put in the chat? Yuck.
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
corn.
2 of them.
Oh, candy corn is wonderful. I got a big one. You want one? In fact, I still have to mail you that thing. I'll mail it to you probably over the weekend. It's sitting over there. I forgot about it. Ask TJ how I forget my mailing thing. I don't go to the post office all the time like I used to.
Hello, Brenda. No, it's still raining and windy over here. We're supposed to be getting lots of rain.
Yeah. We've got some rain.
Well, we need it anyway. There's lots of wildfires, really bad. A
Mm.
lot of people lost their cottages and homes, and 2 people died already.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, stubborn people, don't want to leave. They want to protect their property.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them, right?
We've had 70 degrees again today.
Nice. I wish
Here's 5.
we'd be 58 at best.
It was 21 centigrade, but it's going down to about 7 overnight.
Yeah, we went from
I reckon we're lucky to get to 14.
plus 36 through the week to plus 5.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
Been doing some gardening. My brother and sister came down and we've chopped a load of brambles that were overgrown and
Mm.
got rid of a couple of trees that were not planted by me. They were planted by birds and they're not wanted. So just starting to tidy up a bit.
Mm.
Soldier, from last time I spoke to you, have you heard anything from them, or
Me?
any good news or bad news?
Yeah, I heard news.
Uh-oh. Just the way you said it is probably bad
They're
news.
still insisting that it was all my fault.
Oh,
They're insisting it. They said that, and then they came back. Remember how they talked about I did a roll, and then I had less than a second before impact. Now they're saying that the roll had no relevance in the impact. The roll was after the impact, and that's what they said. So I said, well, if the roll's after the impact and it was descending, then it impacted and it went forward. I said, so that's the three things I'm saying. It was descending, then it went forward, then it rolled after it impacted. So why did it go forward when the stick said it was descending? And they said, you move the sticks forward. I said, where does it say that? Well, it didn't have time to stop descending. That's what they're trying to say.
Well, it doesn't matter if you push the sticks forward; it still shouldn't have hit you because it should have stopped.
Right. And they're saying the obstacle avoidance did not fail because it didn't have enough time to read the obstacle avoidance because it was less than half a second.
Wow.
So they said, what we can do for you out of a courtesy is replace your drone. So I made a phone call to a good friend of mine that's a injury attorney. And
Yeah,
he said, well, you know, not looking at nothing big here. I said, yeah, I know it's nothing big. It's just the principle of the thing. He says, yeah, you got a point. He said, do this, accept the drone. Are they making you sign anything for it? I said, no, they're just saying they're going to send me a replacement. He said, send it to me, send me all the information and get your drone first. Then let me see what I can do about writing a letter to him. He says, I'll write a letter to him and bitch him out, you know, like that,
Nice.
you know, based on that, because he read the things I sent him. He said, oh yeah, something's wrong here. He said, they know something's wrong, but they're trying to get around it. He said, so get the drone. He said, get your drone. Once you get the drone, as long as you don't have to sign something agreeing that it was your fault. He said, if they make you do that, tell them, no, I'm not doing it. I'll get an attorney involved. That's when you tell them that. He said, so just wait. And so I'm waiting to see what they're going to say about sending the drone now. But I called my insurance company too. And because like I said, I've been with them 35 years. And I said, okay, I got a technical question here. I said, the drone I have insured is at DJI because I explained what happened. I said, lacerated my arm in 6 different places and all of this, went through it. And she went, oh my God. Like, I said, yeah, it's 2 of them were bad. The others were really superficial. I said, but this is the deal. They are did not have a warranty on it. I said, I got something saying I didn't have a warranty. I didn't have carry pressure on it. Only thing I have is State Farm insurance on it. They are not charging me for a repair because they're not doing a repair. They're going to keep the drone and send me an additional drone, a different drone. I said, so what is that a claim? Because I'm not getting that original drone back, even though they're giving me a drone. She goes, that's a good question. Hold on a minute. She comes back. She goes, yeah, I kind of looked at, yeah, it is. She goes, so if you want to put a claim in, do it. Because then the new drone comes in, we'll just put it as a new partner policy. I said, well, go to the agent because she's not the agent. I said, get with Scott. I said, talk to him about it. She goes, yeah. She goes, and it should make a difference because it's not like it's a big claim, you know, on your policy. You only had one other claim on it. She said, yeah, I think you can get that money from us. So she says, I'll get with Scott and I'll get back with you. It might not be till Monday. I said, good, just let me know. So I may get my drone and get the $1,700 back that I paid for it originally and a new drone. So,
Nice.
so that's the way I'm going to push it right now. If I get that, I'm going to say to hell with everything. I'm good, you know?
But doesn't that affect your insurance out there?
She said it because it's a personal claims policy and it's not on my homeowners and it's this whole separate kind of thing. Because it shouldn't matter. She said it's not like it's a $10,000 claim.
Oh, okay.
She said there's such a minimum claim, they don't care.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you put one in every month, she said whatever fit. You know? She said, but you've been flying them for a couple of years and only had 2 claims with it. I said, right. So I got a good insurance agent, you know.
yeah.
But he'll look at it. He'll look at it and probably call me back and say, yeah, let's put it in.
Shit.
And if I put it in Monday, I'll have the money by Thursday.
So
you,
if they pay you for that and you sell the new Mavic 3 that they're sending you, that should just about cover you for a Mavic 4 Pro.
Oh, no, hell no. I'm not buying a Mavic 4. I don't want a Mavic 4. I really don't. I'm at the point where I'm going to fly what I have and I ain't buying another one.
Play this for Ed.
Just because of the way DJI was on that one, I probably won't buy another one for a while.
Mhm.
So we got a major deal going on, breaking news here in New Orleans. I don't know if you saw it, Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, we had
All
11
those,
inmates.
how'd they get out?
They said they showed it a few minutes ago because they think it was inside, an inside job.
So one of the
11
guards got paid off or something, or?
Well, somebody got paid off, they think, because somebody cut a hole in the wall and nobody said anything about it. And they got out the wall. And they're saying it had to have been seen by one of the ship. And it wasn't there the day before, so it had to be overnight. Overnight it happened. And they said there's no way that nobody would have seen it. But all the people that were working that ship, they're showing it again. You know, they're saying that they went straight out, they cut the wall, and the pipes that go through the wall, they were able to fit through. And they're saying they had to have the material to even cut it, you know? They don't even know what to cut it with. And they said it was too clean of a cut, too. That's the other thing they're looking at. They said it almost looks like it was some kind of like what's they called?
Plasma torch.
No, it was a saw. It was the cement. It was the one that goes straight out. Not like a jigsaw. You know what I'm talking about? Reciprocal.
Yeah, reciprocal saw.
Yeah, they said it sounded like that's what they cut it with. So if they were doing that, who didn't see it? You know,
What was the wall made out of?
concrete.
You won't get a reciprocal saw.
Well, if they had help from the outside, like some guys dressed up like they were construction people that forged paperwork to get in there.
Mm.
Yeah.
you
Well,
will
you
not,
don't know. You don't have. You see, I don't even know if it's concrete. They're showing it. They're not showing it really close.
you will
But it
not
looks like I don't think it's sheetrock. Guarantee you.
you will not get a reciprocal saw that cuts through concrete.
Well, they got something that cut through. I mean, it's a clean cut.
Pretty much the only thing that will give you a clean cut through concrete is a grinding disc.
No, a quickie saw will do it.
Hmm?
Who?
You're talking to a concrete guy there now.
Quickie saw. It's just
Big-
the big saw. You
Yeah.
start it up and it has a 12, or you can get a 12 or 14-inch blade, and it cuts.
Makes a
right
lot
through
of noise,
concrete.
though, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're saying. Whatever he cut it with had to make noise, and that's why they think it's inside. So the I think it's 5 guards on that ship in that area are all under investigation now and suspended. And they're trying to find out if any of them is related to one of these, maybe. But one of them got caught. They caught him on Royal Street in a parking garage next to the police department trying to steal a car. They caught him. But the other 10 that are still out there, all of them are either convicted murderers or in there for murder and gun charges. So I got my gun on my desk. I got my gun on my bed. You know, so
hey
I
Randy,
don't-
that was
there's 2 of them from this area, from the North Shore. Because I asked Justin about that. And he said he had called Hess. And he said there were 2 from the North Shore because they're looking for those. So I said, okay, I'll put a gun on my desk again. So if somebody comes busting through my door, because they're saying, watch out for your automobiles and a home invasion, something like that. Somebody might be trying to get guns or automobiles to get out of the city.
oh wow.
So now, whenever I go anywhere, I'll have it with me.
Yeah, there was like, what was it, 14 of them?
11 altogether. So
11.
there's 10 on the loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they caught the one guy.
Well,
He was
Randy.
underneath the car trying to jack the car, right?
Yeah, when somebody came in the garage, he got under the car, and somebody saw him trying to hotwire the car. So he called the police when he was getting in his car, and the police come right over there and they snagged him.
Hey Randy, that was a good video, but it's never gonna happen though. Yeah, Randy posted a video, the website there. It was funny. He's making fun of Canada.
Hey, Randy, yeah, I have nothing to lose if I'm getting the drone back. You know, if I get the drone back, that'd be great. And Russell, I am not buying a Magic 4. DJI is on my crap list. Let's put it that way. Back, hold on a minute.
Well, there's some companies, Joe, that wouldn't even bother with you.
Uh-oh. Is it the yellow? Oh no, I thought it was the yellow. The yellow hand was coming out.
Got something better than that.
The, gold,
Dominic knows what it is.
the golden duck.
Dominic knows what it is. Hold on, man.
Dominic, what is it? What is it, Dominic?
I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Oh.
I'm gonna put that on back of my car.
DJI sucks. Yeah, we're back to that.
DJI, you know what it was, huh, Dominic?
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil the surprise.
Thank you, Max.
Good evening, East Coast.
I'm gonna start putting that on. I'm gonna put that on all my videos from now on. Once I get the new drone. I'm serious. You don't know how serious I am. I'm gonna make sure right in the beginning of the video it's gonna be somewhere on my thing. But I'm gonna wait till I get the new drone in before I do it.
You have to find a clip of Max.
Yeah. Yeah, Max always said DJI sucks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Max's. They sent it to me.
Yeah.
I think out of all the stickers I have, this is one of my favorites. Yeah. But it's like, but I don't want it on my board, you know?
Yeah, you never know if they're watching, Joe.
Yeah. I got this one the other day. Let's see the ones I got the other day. Haven't put them on the board yet. I got to figure it out. Brother Bob Casey. At Bob Casey's.
Well, Ray had
Drone
Denise,
Guy 42.
Yeah.
Ray had Denise on last night, didn't he? She was always
Yep.
Oh.
The name.
Tammy.
Drone Meetup. 5th annual.
She was always on
Oh,
Tammy.
nice.
Yeah.
Who was that? Deneen?
Yeah.
Did you hear that story about her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sucks too.
it does, doesn't
Yeah, they took her drone down and they were trying to charge her with reckless endangerment. They're the ones that did it.
Yeah.
And they, according to, and she was right, they do not. That's why they were talking about it a couple of weeks ago here. They, the commander of the base does not have the authority to take a drone down over his base.
Mm.
No.
That's what they were talking about. They need to change that for the drones flying over bases. So he took it down illegally.
They need the FAA's authority for that.
Yeah, I'm mad at the military too right now. So there's two people I'm mad at. Because my son gave me that, what's the name of that freaking app? It's the Signal app, right?
Mhm.
He told me we can contact each other with that while he's on the boat. I contacted him the first night he was on the boat. He texted me back early in the morning. He said, they told us we couldn't use it. He said, if we use it and they know we're using it, they'll shut us down. So we can't use it. So that's, whoa, his wife, he and his wife were using it. So boy, she's got to be pissed.
Captain Ray says that's the base that he was drafted at.
Yeah. Yep. That's a military police base too, I think. But that's where they train military police.
Hmm.
Hey, Alexa, turn on the fan.
Here's David.
Man.
Anybody heard about a bird?
He was on the side in top of the tree singing,
Yeah,
please let me in, please let me in.
they didn't shoot it down. They took it down with electronics, I think. I don't think they shot it
Mhm.
down.
Yeah, they jammed it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jeremy.
She couldn't move it anywhere. And it came down into a tree or something.
Where was
Yeah.
that? If you don't mind me
Who's
asking.
this? Who's done what? Who's upset who?
It was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh,
It's taken that long to sort out. It was an original Mavic Pro.
it happened in the USA or?
Yeah, New York.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Mm.
That's why she's hesitant on flying anywhere right now around New York.
Yeah, she says there was absolutely no reason why he did it. There was nothing on the maps to say there was a TFR or anything. And when
Right.
she was looking for it, she saw on the gates.
And wait, there's no geozone either, right?
No,
There you go.
So she was flying over the military base? Is that what's
She didn't realize it was a military base.
oh okay.
It wasn't where she lives at. She didn't realize it was a military base. When she saw the how it went down, she went over there. And when she got there, she saw the big gates and realized it was a military base.
Oh shoot.
Only one thing I can say is know your surroundings.
because all she
Mm.
was doing is she was stopping on her way home to go and fly a ship that she could see on the river.
Hey, David, tell that to Paul. You know your surroundings, right, Paul?
Paul knows his
Yeah.
surroundings.
Except for when he's flying 20 feet off the ground sideways into a police station troop.
Yeah.
Paul never done that before.
I'll show you. Want me to show you the short?
Right, Paul? I don't believe Joe.
I
Yeah.
clipped that off his thing and I got 1,000 views on that short.
Yeah, it was found found by one of the local government maintenance people in the grounds. Especially seeing as how Paul thought he was actually on the inside of the river when it went down.
Paul, have you got any knowledge of this?
He's muted. You're muted.
You see, I'm with Paul on this. He can deny all knowledge of it and have selected amnesia.
That's normal. That's normal for Paul.
Selective ambrosia.
That's the
Yeah, he's
one.
got ambrosia. That's what he's got. I have some ambrosia. I don't remember it.
Selective Boston's. Right.
We can't hear you, Paul.
Okay, I'm back. I was doing a little editing on the side.
Oh, that's all right.
We're always editing on the side. So what's the difference?
Well, I got a couple of ships, and the last ship I was just finishing up. I got back in the house here at 10 minutes to 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know you're not scheduling your show around you. We're changing the name of your show, by the way.
What's that?
Don't worry, I got it being done.
It's friends and
You'll
maybe
find out
Paul
one of
Murray.
these days.
Joe's up to no good. I can tell. You know, he looks down when he's plotting.
No, I'm looking down because I'm working on something.
It's called Not the Paul Murray Show.
Not the baby.
It's live from Studio B, not the Paul Murray show, but with friends only.
And that
Mark,
was
Mark,
With
you
Paul
don't
Murray
need to
too.
help him. You don't need to help Joe. He can get him. He can dig his own ditch.
David. That
Yeah.
was you, not the mama.
Oh, I've already got it in the works, so we'll just wait.
It was
Oh, there's a
Good
TikTok
evening,
version
ladies.
going around.
it was you, the
Mark,
mama.
not the baby.
You, not the mama.
Yes and no.
We're having
There's
a coup.
TikTok version going around saying not the baby.
Ah.
They've switched it.
You remember how fast they knocked Biden out, right? Watch this.
Paul, your show went well this afternoon,
Oh, good.
but only because Joe wasn't on.
Yeah, Paul went.
Yeah.
Paul went and had a nap.
And no, I'll listen to the whole show. My name wasn't even mentioned. I wasn't even
Out of
missed.
sight, out
No.
of mind.
No, I asked you this.
Yeah,
Where
a
was
lot
Joe
of
this
people
morning?
asked where Joe was, and the
I asked
answer was somebody said that you were sleeping in.
Lazy bastard.
Probably Johnny. No, I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I was printing something and I heard it go off. I walked up here and I started working with it because I had one more thing to add to it. That was that stupid candy corn thing. I had to put the last layer on. So when I heard it stop, let me put the other one on so I don't have to deal with it. So I started working on it and I looked at the emails and I saw the DGI letter. So then I got on the thing and me and DGI went at it. So when I finished with that, it was about 5:15. I went laid in the back and it was cold in my bedroom. So I threw that comforter on me. That's a comforter from hell. That's all I'm telling you. I looked up and it was 10 o'clock. I went from 5:15 to 10 o'clock and didn't see a thing. I'm good and rested now.
Oh, Joe, I think Randy's talking to you.
You should grab a bamboo combo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at that, but I can't buy nothing right now. Now I might buy it if I get that $1,600. Yeah, I'm at that 2 month period, but I got no income except for Social Security. So it's like eat at home and hold on to everything. I have not been to a fast food restaurant in a month.
And
Could
there
be
you,
another reason I've lost 20 something pounds.
there you are with two £50 vouchers, $50 vouchers in your pocket.
I know.
Don't encourage him.
Wait, it's not even that. I got another $75 in gift cards for just Visa gift cards I could be using.
Oh, look at Randy. He had 6 slices of pizza. Wow. How are you going to be able to sleep tonight, Randy?
I had 2 pork steaks, grilled mushrooms, and potato salad.
And now Randy's smart though. Tonight, that's something that would still sound good. Pizza Hut's got their
I did it.
cheesy bites crust pizza. That's the one that's got the individual cheese bites on it. And it's one topping $13.99 for a large.
That's expensive.
Well, you're getting a lot of product there.
Mm.
For a Pizza Hut pizza, it's a good price.
For
Usually it's about $17.
Yeah, for Pizza Hut, it's the normal price. But for any other pizza place, it's like twice the price.
Yeah. Domino's is still about the same price. They're all
Yeah.
kind of blending together now.
Domino's and Pizza and Papa John's tend to be expensive.
Hmm.
But your normal takeaways that do pizzas as well aren't that expensive. You get a 14-inch pizza for about £7.
Oh,
Well, I wish we had them like that over here because
Yeah.
all the other shops like Reginelli's and the Pizza Man and all of that stuff, if you go to those places, it's going to cost you twice as much as Pizza Hut.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Pretty much every Indian takeaway there is does pizzas as well.
Joe, Randy's saying it's $5.49.
That is a good price.
What, it's 10 to 6?
That's that one that's enclosed, the A1. Yeah, the X Carbon.
That's not that cheap.
Converting that to my money is about $800.
I thought I was quite a bit dearer than that.
back in
Especially
5.
if you
Same
get,
here. Same here, Randy. The Pizza Hut here is no good. Domino's is number 1.
Yeah.
Domino's and Papa John's.
Hey Randy, I was printing something with TPU a little while ago. Let me show you the, if you can see this, I'm gonna show you the jam that I had to clean up.
In fact, if we go to Iceland and get a frozen pizza, we can get a 12-inch triple cheese or a 12-inch pepperoni for £1.
Here you go, Randy. Look at this TPU jam I had to clean up.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mark.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
Like
all
good.
pizzas in Iceland is stretching it.
That thing went in there, wrapped all around all these gears on me on the inside, and it just kept rolling. I had to take the spring out in the back, the top off, open it up here, then start cutting with the thing and start pulling it up. I had about 1.5 feet of TPU all up in here.
It don't make much difference to me. I mean, the last time I bought a pizza must be about 3 months ago.
I sent that to John and he went, damn.
Hmm.
But I'm glad it only takes one screw to take that shit apart, you know?
how did that happen, Joe?
Well, the TPU is soft. And what happened was and you got to do it at a higher temp. So I had the thing set up to about 230, so it makes sure it would go through. And it kept kicking back to 200 on me. So it wasn't, what it was doing, it wasn't hot enough to melt it. So it was jamming in the bottom. So what it started doing was just rolling around the gears,
Oh, okay.
since it's a soft filament. Yeah, I just took the top off, undid that one screw, bent it back, and started cutting it and pulling out with needle nose pliers. It only took a couple seconds. Then I made sure that thing stayed at 230 and it worked. It worked. Then I decided, you know what? I don't want TPU. I need a regular PLA when I'm doing. So that's what I'm taking all the trim off right now. I'll show y'all in a second what it is. Because if this, I'm not going to print the other half of it unless I know this works.
Randy said 260 for TPU and 250 works good.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go higher with the TPU. You got to go high.
What do you want?
Yeah, I said at 250, and that's when everything started working. Man, I hate supports. I hate supports when it's on a item that is a thin item. You got to be so careful. But when Justin gets off that bus today, he's gonna be dancing like the Six Flags man. He's got like 6 or 7 days off.
Yeah. Yeah, but his wife is going out of town for a wedding, so he's got the kids, you know?
He's got jury duty.
Yeah, well, there's possibility of jury duty too.
He's got all of that.
I
going
think
on.
jury duty was made up so he didn't have to go to the wedding.
Could be. Maybe. Or they just didn't want him at the wedding.
Yeah, I don't think they invited him.
Don't blame him. I mean, maybe.
You know, I think the worst thing about weddings is when you invite all these people and it's a destination wedding where everybody's got to pay to go. Because
Yeah.
they may not want to spend $1,000 to get there and back and all of this crap to come see you get married. That's probably going to last a year and a half.
Yeah, like me, I got married in the Seychelles. I just didn't invite anybody. In fact, most people don't even know I got married.
What still?
Even though got married in 2005, divorced in 2013.
So what's the secret to a long marriage, Mark?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
No,
Yes.
don't
Yes. It's agreeing with everything, David.
I think the secret of most long marriages is have kids early and don't split up for the sake of the children.
Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work with mine.
I mean, my mum and dad were married for 66 years.
Wow.
I know somebody that's been married for a bunch of years, and the last kid just turned 21. Now they're getting a divorce.
Well, they didn't get divorced. My mum died. So that's sort of stopped it.
Well, if I break this thing, I'm gonna be mad. Oh man, I almost broke it. I'm gonna have to mute myself if I break it.
I'm going on my 26 year. Yeah, 26.
So that by saying yes, ma'am, right?
Yep, 26 in August.
So you're the one we gotta listen to.
Yeah. You gotta always say yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, baby. Yeah, I'll do it. Yep.
In a minute.
Well, David already does that. He didn't have a choice.
No. No. You just
You
gotta
hear her when she comes on here.
you gotta be equal. You gotta be
Oh, David's not equal. Laura's big and large and in charge. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I haven't got a foggiest idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
I know big and large might be right, but I
Well,
don't know about in
you
charge.
know, the thing of it is, David, usually
Wow.
a person that has that kind of attitude is clueless.
No, David,
Welcome to my club, Paul.
David,
Well,
it's
I'll wait here. Shut up, Joe. Shut the hell up,
Oh, you're
Joe.
not going to hear that. She's in the other room.
Well,
Oh, in fact, actually, Joe, I do have a message for you from Laura.
Oh Lord.
But
See,
it was, I was supposed to tell you this morning, but you weren't on.
What am I supposed to say? What you supposed to say?
She wanted to say, Joe, she hopes you have a wonderful and happy day, full of rainbow and flowers.
wow.
now we know
Well,
you.
tell her I appreciate it, but my day sucked.
I have noticed that every time Joe's day sucks, Laura's said that somewhere.
Yeah.
And when Joe's having a good day, that's when he gets told to shut up.
Shut up, Joe. What the hell up,
He's-
Joe?
East Coast said he's married for 28 years and has 2 kids. He's not going nowhere unless she. Oh, I can't say that word.
You can.
You got to spell it.
That's a. Oh,
You got to spell it because all the sensitive people.
Fuck the sensitive people. Too many sensitive people.
I agree.
Listen, I'm a lefty, right? I agree with fairness and happiness and let everyone live their life how they want to live and whatever else. Yeah. However, that goes all ways, right? That means if somebody wants to be offensive or has an opinion on something, let them have that opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't have all this. We want to be equal. We want to let people live and let live. If you're not going to let the other side have their debate.
Got a
Exactly.
point.
I'm with you.
I'm proud of you, David. That's a good way to be.
Yep. I'm with you.
So tell Laura, quit telling me shut up. Because obviously she doesn't feel the same way.
I'm going to have to say this in a sensitive and calm manner. No, I can't
Yes.
do it.
We're waiting.
I can't do it.
I know you can't do it. Smart man, smart man. Oh man, I hate this. I'm down to two little places I got to get these supports out of, and they're behind the stuff that you can break if you don't pay attention. Come on. Oh, you need to get a 3D printer so you can do this shit.
No way. I
What are you
got
talking about,
I
man?
got too much frustration in my life now. It's only you guys that have like to punish yourselves to do that kind of stuff.
Paul, calm down. I've got you here. To coin a phrase from Laura, shut up, Joe.
If Paul ever got a 3D printer, I'm never coming back.
Yeah, Paul just gets frustrated by proxy.
That's
I
it.
bought a 3D printer today. Bye, Paul.
No, Joe. That's a big no, Joe.
You know
Yeah,
the
last
worst,
time
you know what the worst bit would be? He'd probably buy a 3D printer and be able to work it first time and get it all fucking up and running. And he'd be like, I don't know what you guys have been on about.
Lord help me. You'd be on the phone with David, me, everybody.
I don't know what
Night train.
what we're gonna do tomorrow night. After Paul finishes his show tomorrow night, I can go to bed.
No.
Why?
And then
Dominic's gonna go
Nobody
live.
on afterwards.
no, well, Bill's not going on.
Wow.
That means Paul has to stay longer.
Bill's going to Ohio to his
Mm.
niece's graduation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How inconsiderate of having it when he's
No.
supposed to be live.
Well, then I guess Paul has to stay longer, right, Paul?
We'll do whatever it takes as long as you guys are there, Ed.
That's
Yeah.
right, sir.
None
Well, here's the deal.
of this. I gotta go.
Listen to what he just said. This morning, all the guys were there, and you just disappeared and said, "David's host."
No, he didn't even say that.
No, he
I
did.
know he didn't say
In
it.
the
He said
chat.
it he put it in the chat.
He
Well,
put
that's
it in the
just-
I know, I
chat.
saw that.
David is my backup because Joe doesn't always back me up. I try to get him to back me up. Sometimes he just
Not happening.
looks down and shakes his head. No.
Not happening. Oh,
Right, Dominic?
see if I was.
Yep, that's correct.
That's correct.
Quit agreeing, Dominic. Don't encourage him.
Well, this morning you guys booted me out and I couldn't get in.
Who
What?
booted you out?
This morning I got dropped down and I couldn't get in.
There you go.
You just left. Random. You was gone.
You left.
Well, Paul
Here
was
you go,
hell is that?
Dominic.
What's
I got
that,
Dominic, you gotta
Joe?
see this.
And he did-
Nice.
It clips on the Neo. It's gonna
What-
have,
Yeah.
gonna have rockets underneath and everything. Clip on wings.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
a, I have
Interesting.
my own little. I'll fly that over some base and see what they say. And it kind of matches too. That's good.
Oh, that's
I got
cool.
one more to make.
Flip.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take
you
these.
you printed that, right?
Yeah, I just printed that one. But it snaps
Be
on.
interesting to see how
And
that
it's got
flies.
the what you call it? Let's see. There
Well,
you
so
can
now
see the
how
rockets.
do you reverse it? Because the other wing you don't want it like that. You want it.
Well, there's two different wings. I only printed one side.
Okay.
So the
More
other
white
side
for
I'll
the
print
other.
now.
So the design came with two different wings, right?
Right, but when I started printing two of them together, it knocked one of them off. I had to start again. So one at a time, for some reason, works. So I'm gonna just print the other one by itself.
But it is relatively straightforward to do the one because you just hit mirror.
Yeah, you could do that.
Mm.
So does that affect the plane?
I have no idea.
I'm sure if
I'm-
he flies it now without putting the other wing on, it'll do something.
Yeah, go around.
Yes,
and-
I think just the way it feels, I think I need to put the prop guard back on it to make it feel a little tighter. So I'll see if that's what I have to do. But I want to see what it flies with like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I think I'm gonna like the rocket, the missiles on the bottom. I think I'm gonna paint them.
But
And make 'em
that's
look
not
like
gonna
missiles.
fit that's not gonna fit in your case.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. If it flies good with that, I'll build the case bigger.
So long as the wing doesn't cover any part of the fan, it should be all right.
Yeah, it's not touching anything.
If it does, it just interrupt the airflow.
Yeah, it's
Joe-
not gonna interfere. Should be fine.
Joe, Randy said you need those on Avatar 2.
The Avata too?
Yeah.
Avatar 2, that was the
Avatar.
one, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ed said Avatar. I'm going.
Yeah, I
what?
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that works. Now I can print the other side.
The new season of Wednesday sounds pretty good. From some
Mm.
being put
Yeah, I
on.
think I watched that on Sunday.
It's not on.
What starts Wednesday?
No, what the series Wednesday.
What series starts Wednesday?
Who's on first?
You know what I'm doing, Dominic, right? I'm stirring.
Mm.
That's why I didn't answer.
I know.
Wednesday was a TV character, wasn't she?
She
Yep.
was the Adams. She was the daughter in the Adams family,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's what it's about. Her at school.
Mm.
Boone, what are you doing?
You don't know.
Out cruising. Looking for trouble.
Why not?
Not looking for trouble. He's just being himself. You have no faith in him.
Well, I almost lost him this morning again, Joe.
I heard. That's because you went outside because there was something blue on the ground that freaked you out. And what you did is you saw it in the backyard, there was something blue. So you got impatient before you looked around to see where Boone was, or to see that everything was fine, and you opened the door and let him go.
Is that what you want me to do?
No, I want you to leave him in the backyard, make sure before you let him out, make sure your gate's closed.
Well, the gate, I can't see the gate from here, but it was
You
it was
don't have a
such a
camera
bad
on the gate?
I've never had a storm like that last night. Because I got those like 55-gallon containers with the tops on them. They were just, some of them were blown through the fence, some of them were tipped over and filled with water, and
And Port Huron Police Department said they were gonna contact you, and the Department of Streets were gonna contact you, because there's been a lot of vehicles damaged driving up and down your road, running over tree limbs you throw out there for them to break up.
yeah, it works too. It works.
You heard that, huh, Dominic? You said the small
Yeah.
branches he just throws out there for the cars to roll over.
Yeah, it works, Dominic.
Good.
I
If it
see
works,
some,
it works. What matters?
I see some old guy throwing stuff out in the middle of the street for me to roll over. We can have a fight.
Joe, you wouldn't even notice it.
Oh, I'd notice it. Wonder why. Every time I pass this house, there's always tree limbs out in front. I'd have to put a camera out there and scope it out. Stop walking at me.
Which one of them is bothering you, Joe? Which dog?
The little one, the one that can't fit through the door. You should have seen. Oh, that's the other thing we did today. Should have seen that project. I grabbed Tino and I said, come on, let me try to get that. He's got a knot behind his ear. I've got most of it out. I got to keep working on it. So I got the clippers out and worked on him and got all the excess, like really hair off of him.
Uh-huh.
And then I grabbed her and said, your turn. And that didn't go over well. Because she usually lets me. Man, I grabbed her and I started using because I could tell when she's shedding because I start seeing it everywhere. And she's shedding right now because of the change in temperature.
Uh-huh.
And she's like a long-haired Pomeranian Chihuahua. So all that long hair is starting to come off of her now. So I got that brush and she can't stand the brush with the prong. I put that sucker on and I saw every tooth she had. She was showing me every tooth she could show me. And I grabbed her by the collar and I said, stop. And I pulled and I did this. And when I came up, I had a ball of hair this big.
Yep.
Like this big, right?
That's the way my Siberian Husky was when I used to brush him.
So I brushed her for about 15 minutes, just taking it off. And I had the vacuum, what you call it, the clippers with the vacuum. I take it off, drop it, go down, right? Just take it, drop it, go down. Filled up the whole canister with her hair. And it was still coming off. And she wasn't fighting me, but every once in a while I'd hit a place and she'd fight me. Because it's snagging a little bit. So after I got it to
her
where
hair,
it wasn't when I couldn't find it, then I got the other brush. Man, I was scraping her good with the real brush, right? And she was just sitting there like, oh, do it again. You know? So she was enjoying every bit of that, right? Then I turned over and here we went again. I got every tooth again. And I got underneath and clipped all the stuff around her legs and around her butt and all of that. And then I started clipping around her feet and I got the teeth back, you know? So here we go. And then when it was all said and done, she was happy, you know? And she looked so much better because she's half the size as she was because all of that was that excess hair that had to come off. And I had to do that about 3 times a year. Yeah, she was like this wide, now she's this wide.
So now
And
she
Tino,
can fit through the door, right?
oh hell no, she's still fat.
That's what Randy just said.
It wasn't the hair, it wasn't the hat, it wasn't the hair doing it, it was the fat doing it. And best part about it, like I said, I did Tino, I did Cleo, and Loki's standing over there watching me. She's sitting there, right? On the end over here. I said, Loki, you're next. In the corner. He went in the corner where I couldn't get him. I said, come on, Loki, let me cut some of that hair. We got in the corner, laid in the corner where you can't get to him. He said, oh, hell no, I'm not coming out there. Put that thing away.
Can you come and shave my back?
Loki came over when I was clipping Cleo, and he was sitting right next to me. And I took the thing. I said, "You ready for this?" Boom, in the corner. But he's the one where if he thinks he's in trouble, that's his spot, way in the corner. I walked in the other day, and I've got that futon they jump up on, and they keep knocking little pieces of the fake leather off of it, right? When they jump on it with the nails, and there was a piece on the ground that says, "Is that a poop?" Man, he looked at me in the corner. I mean, he's gone. He said, "I'm out of here." But he grew up in the hood because if you make a loud noise, he'll get behind something and stick his head out like. He's definitely from the hood.
So now next week you got to go back and work on that cement job again, Ed, or what?
No, we're done.
Oh, good.
So where do you go next week?
Next week we're going to a mall. It's gonna be nice. We got to do the extra stores at the mall. We did one last year, and this year we're doing another one.
What? How big a crew do you work with?
We have 6 guys. Well,
Oh, okay.
6 plus the foreman. So 7 of us.
Are all 6 of you finishers, or is it?
No, there's only 3 finishers, and the rest is laborers.
Labor, okay.
And a loader operator / labor. Good evening, Jims.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim, what's up?
It's okay. Next week is going to be a short week, 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Monday's a holiday. It's Labor Day.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
great.
Canadian Labor Day?
Yeah.
You all stink.
What? Is it Labor Day or Victoria Day? Maybe it's Victoria Day. I know it's a holiday.
No, I don't.
Technically, she is correct. Everybody has a scent, everybody has a smell. Otherwise, you wouldn't attract a woman.
Oh,
And
it's
a
not me. It's not me. I smell good.
She didn't say you smell bad. She just said you stink. So take it as a compliment.
So Paul, that mom that, like I said, she's got kids at Hannon and kids over at Mandeville, and the one that's always talking to me, right? That's
Yeah.
single.
Mm-hmm.
She got a picture of her and her 18-year-old daughter. Her daughter graduates tomorrow, right?
Oh, great.
And they're standing next to each other. And I went, wow, could not tell you two apart.
Hey, Jim's droning.
Well
Hey,
done.
Throw a little fuel on that. I mean, they are, you could tell who's the mom, but I'm telling you, they are, they're close.
Thanks for your video. My name now is Hobbit.
Oh,
What
no.
do you mean your name's Hobbit?
Might as
Johnny
well
keeps
keep
coming in and
that
goes,
pot
I'm
stirring.
Hobbit. How's Gollum, Hobbit?
There you go. You got a nickname now.
Are you protecting your ring, Hobbit? And things like that.
Well, now you know how these guys feels when you just come in and shout random crap at them.
Yep.
Yeah, Hobbit.
Eh?
She comes in and says, shut up, Joe. How about shut up, Laura?
Joe, I hope today it's rained all day for you.
Oh, it hasn't rained, but it did suck. So
Good,
Yeah, well,
I'm
it's
glad
raining
it
here.
did.
Right, can you?
It's been raining all day here and windy. Yes.
Yeah, we got rain.
We've had sunshine all day.
It's okay. It's gonna rain over there tomorrow.
I don't care. I'm not.
Wait, what? When? How? What the fuck are you talking about?
I say we've got sunshine tomorrow.
We are
Checked.
in the middle of the driest spring in 69 years.
No.
Our
thought
river
that-
levels
Right,
are
I'm
the
gonna check.
level they were at the end of last summer.
Wow.
In the next 4 weeks, we're going to get hit with horsepipe bans.
No.
Yeah. Here it's been that for two weeks.
Which is going to be a problem because when you've got something that's as long as a hose and you need to go to the toilet, you're fucked.
Mm.
Here you
sounds
can't
like
have.
Mardi Gras Day.
Yeah. Oh, and another update. We are now at 9 to. Oh, wait, we're not. We're at 947.
Well, you're about to
Okay.
wear makeup, huh?
It looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to some person dropping a £400 bomb. Still 550 away from the shoe, so that's all right.
The PLA works better with this because it's got a little spring in it and it clips better.
I made the perfect badge. Everything was going fine, and then it decided that it can't spell domestic.
Oh.
It
Yeah.
decided that the M had to be a small M. It's like it ain't small in the picture. What you talking about? And there's no line on the T. Can't get the text to curve on. Anybody in the chat, how do you get text to curve around on the if you had a circle on bamboo?
Good question. Randy knows.
Yeah.
That's it. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, the missiles are F-14. Aren't they great?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But what about the pieces that hold them? Are they a different color?
Not as far as I remember.
I think it's just all. I think
Randy, Randy, he's asking about how do you curve the text in the bamboo?
the F-14 picture.
It'll curve around the image, but it won't curve around the edge of the circle.
It's all the same, Dominic.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's all the same. I was thinking that the piece that holds it in place was a different color. I was thinking if I was going to have to get in there with black or something to hold it in place, you know. The only thing that's different from here is they have a little line on there on 1, 2, maybe 3 places on the missile. Like circular line that goes around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the colors. I just where did that thing come? Where? Somebody put this. The tips. They said all depends on the missile. The tip on these things are different colors.
Mm-hmm.
They're white. I ain't putting a white tip on them. I'm gonna screw around and try to do something and have to put another one, you know. See, that's the OCD. Wanting to make it look better. Leave it like it is. Yeah, let's show you the picture I'm talking about. You see how the tips are white on these? And it's got like a black line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using the text tool in bamboo, but it will only put it in a straight
2,
line
3, 4 lines.
or wrap it around the image because I'm making a badge which is in a circle. It's not curving around like I want it to.
Okay.
Because it wants to fucking annoy me. Oh, wait a minute. May have a plan.
Oh, Lord help me. I wonder if this is true. It says breaking news, New Orleans Saints legend Drew Brees returns as a co-owner in a monumental move by the New Orleans Saints owner, Gayle Benson. He's going to be part owner of the Saints starting this year. That's pretty cool. If that's true, that's pretty cool. Because Gayle Benson, she ever since Tom Benson, she's kind of stayed to herself ever since he died. And every time I see her Mardi Gras Day, when I go Mardi Gras Day out by the Gallia Hall, she'll go out the way to say hello to me because I always say hello to them. So I got a chance. The only problem is she looks like my grandmother.
Add the text and click on the text.
She's like 5 or 6 years older than me, and she looks about 10 years older than me.
Mm.
Well, add the text.
So
Yeah,
you,
well-
you don't do everything for money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like that Big Bang with Leonard and that woman with all the money. That was hitting on him in a limo because he was trying to get funding for the school.
Tomorrow in Port Huron, look for clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 63 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 51 degrees.
Ah.
No, it's not even that way either.
Mm.
Hey, Dominic, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Hmm.
Okay, it's the one in the white is the daughter.
Hmm.
The one on the left is the one that is no longer married, that talks to me and always comes up and talks to me and like
Yeah.
emails me back and forth and everything else. Like I told her, I couldn't tell you two apart.
Hey, Randy.
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 Well, yeah, you got a good point.
I
You
know.
make a
That's
very
what-
good point.
I might have to take her up on this one.
Yeah. Hello, Randy.
Ah, wait. Shh, guys, I'm learning. Joe, you might want to watch this.
What are you breaking?
Not Randy's going to show me how to wrap text.
I can't even get text to work on mine, so somebody show me something. He's gonna put shut up, Joe.
Okay. Now, I can get it to do that, Randy.
Oh, that's cool.
But what I'm trying to do is a badge, a flat badge, and I want the writing to curve around, the, like on Joel's poker chip. I just need the text to go around the edge, so like it does on a coin.
Oh, gotcha.
Let me try that. Edit text. Right, I don't want to do that.
Is that Justin?
Could be, yeah.
No, it's Paul. It's Paul Murray's armchair.
Yeah.
Compatibility may occur.
Paul Murray chair and friends.
Well, I sent him a message today on Messenger, Justin. I need you to go in, since Paul's not listening, go in, I sent you the new name, change his name of the station.
Just a minute, Matt,
of the show.
Randy. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Right, I've already got the text going round, but I actually made a picture and then tried to convert that picture to an image, so a 3D image, but it wouldn't print for some reason. Not liking it. shall. Where is? Oh. So can you see this? I need the shine
Yeah.
a light to go around like that
Okay.
in bamboo text.
You want that on the outside?
No, on the badge where it says shine a light there, that's where it's got to go.
Uh-huh.
That shine a light doesn't work.
Have you tried changing the font?
Yeah, I've tried everything. It's not having it. It will not curve.
So it's curved up. So
No,
what's up with the
the shine a light itself that's already in a curve. I used paint and stuff to create it, and then used an online AI to convert it into a 3D file, and then merge it in.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
which
AI is your problem.
But no,
Yeah.
that's where I thought I'd beat the system. But
You
unfortunately,
can't beat the system.
unfortunately, it said no. So now I've done the text. I've tried clicking surface. I've tried
Go-
horizontal. I've tried
go-
everything.
go to the modifier feature in the toolbar and choose the option curved text.
Now listen to Randy. I've taught him everything he knows. Like, he's not amused by that. He's like, fuck you.
Where's the modifier?
Right.
Yeah.
See, he's so stunned by what I said.
Select the text you want to curve. Go to the modifier feature in the toolbar.
Justin, he's concentrating. Quiet.
Right, I can't find this modifier.
Hold on. Let me
Edit text. Delete, edit, fix model, simplify model.
These ultras are heavy phones.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm putting the case on it right now.
Where's modifier?
I haven't even
Is it
turned it
big?
on yet. Yeah, it's fucking heavy too. This thing's a monster, but that's what I wanted.
How wide, if you don't mind me asking, like the screen? Like,
It's 6.1, I believe, or
Oh, shit.
6.2. 6.1 to 6.3, somewhere in there.
That's diagonal though.
Yeah, there's no option for modify
Alright.
the text.
Hold on. Let me see.
I'm more like 8.2.
Pen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Oh fuck! I should have put the memory card in or the SIM card before I put the case on. God damn it! Now I gotta take
How's that
it
look,
back apart.
Justin?
What the hell is that? Is that supposed to look like Star Wars?
Now it's gonna make it an F-14 when I put the one on the other side. That's what's F-14 wings for the Neo.
oh, are those missiles?
Yeah,
Oh shit!
That looks more like Star Wars, to be honest with you. I thought
yeah, it
that
really does.
it has like a Star Wars look to it.
Wow.
You got to have the guard on it. It makes it snap in better.
What's up, Brenda? Jim, how's it going?
I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna fly it like that and see what it does.
Mad props, whoever that is. I'm not sure who that is. Hey, see how amused he gets?
That's the Phantom Hairdresser of Old London Town.
Oh, Randy, you never answer me when I asked you like 15 times in Jason's chat. How'd you like your wheels?
Oh yeah, they're nice.
You like them?
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot better than what it was.
Yeah, he said his carpets were too plush, but I guess it must depend on the carpet because mine it rolls fine across.
Yeah,
And I got really plush carpet.
Who was that? Ed, you said?
Ed? No, Jason.
Probably got shag carpeting.
No, I don't have a shed carpet. I got hardwood floors.
Jason's office is in his garage, isn't it?
No. He has his own office upstairs in his house.
Ah.
He just live streams everywhere in his fucking house.
Jason's not heavy enough to make a difference with that.
Yeah,
Jason is small though, to be honest.
That's probably the reason right there.
Yeah, he's got to be the smallest seal I've ever seen.
But you know, that's not a bad thing when you're a SEAL though, because like they say the guys that come in there, you know, that are built like The Rock and shit, and like Brock Lesnar and stuff, they
Yeah.
tend to not do very well in the swimming aspect because all the muscle.
Yeah, they
mass.
can't move quickly.
Yeah. So Jason's size stature is actually not a bad thing in that case. He would do better in the
It
water.
isn't
than-
the size, it's the height.
East Coast, what's wrong with small people?
Yeah.
Comes down to your attitude and heart. That's what it comes down to.
Justin, I couldn't believe a smart guy like you would forget to put the SIM card in.
All right. I can't believe I did that. I was just excited to turn it on and I fucking stuck it in the case. I was like, oh shit, I gotta put the SIM card in there. Oh, there it is. I actually have a pry tool in my iFixit kit for taking out the
Oh,
SIM cards.
great.
This is really starting to.
All you need is a pin needle.
I have an iFixit kit, one of the ones for electronics,
Oh,
Mm.
and it has all the little bits and stuff for different jobs like that.
cool.
I actually got it. I traded a guy a Ryzen 5 3400G processor, and he gave me the iFixit kit, and the iFixit kit was actually worth more than the processor was. But he offered it to me. I didn't even want anything for the processor. I was just giving it to him. And he was like, he's like, I got a couple iFixit kits. If you want me to bring you one, I'll give you one. I said, fuck yeah, I'll take one. It was like an $80 kit. I've
So
used it
Justin,
like crazy too. What?
so Justin, did you hear GGI told me to quit asking me for shit, basically? They sent me another whole letter this morning. I saw it at 5 o'clock this morning,
Uh-huh.
and it was giving me diagrams, all kind of stuff. The only thing they changed in it was they said that last dip, that roll they talked about originally, it was the cause of it, that the roll was irrelevant because it happened after the impact. Yeah, that was a roll after the impact because it was following out throwing it, bitch. You know? That's
So
what it
what,
was,
they,
you know?
they sound like they don't want to, like they're going to give you like a courtesy replacement, but I don't think they really want to.
Yeah,
do
that's what
much
they
more
said.
than
They say we'll offer you because it was out of warranty, and because you got injured, we apologize for all that happening. You know, but it was definitely pilot error. They're trying to say. Which again, I don't believe it because, like I
Oh.
said, when I was 0.5 miles an hour descending, and that's what they said, that I didn't give it enough time to descend like that. It was
Yeah.
beeping and it paused, and then it took off. I did
Yeah.
not push it forward.
You didn't tell Johnny that they're saying it's pilot error. He's going to run with that. You know that, right?
I sent it to him. I sent them what they wrote to me, right? But they said they're gonna send me a new Mavic 3. And they said, look at the Mavic 3 classes. I said, it's an original Mavic 3, not a classic. You know, so I don't want them to send me a classic and we'll have a fight.
I mean, they could
You
at
know,
least give you an upgrade, but worse. I mean,
Well, I asked them about that before, and they said the most they'll do is give me another Mavic 3. So
yeah.
if I get him, and I call, like I said, I called my a friend of mine, is a injury attorney, and I was talking to him, and he started laughing. He said, "You got hurt?" I said, "Yeah, I got." Yeah, I told him what happened. I told him how many flights and all of this, and he said, "Well, what are they saying?" I said, "Well, they're saying that it's my fault, but I can show you the stuff that shows that it was going down and all, and what they're contradicting on." So I sent him stuff real quick. He came back and said, "No, I think you got a case. It's not going to be a big case." He said, "But they're offering you a drone, right?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Take the drone." He said, "When the drone comes back," he said, "I'll look at it a little harder if you want to go further with it. And then I'll write him at least a letter to give him some shit, you know, like that." He said, "I don't mind doing that." He said, "And if they give me some crap back, then maybe we'll go ask them for some money, you know, like that." And I said, "Yeah, this ain't going to be much." He said, "Yeah, I don't think you can get more than about 10 grand for it." He said, "Just based on that." He said, if you'd lost the eye, he said, "Man, we'd be all over that." I said, "Well, thanks. You know, I appreciate the way you said that." And then I called my insurance company, State Farm, and I said, "You got to run this by, because they're keeping the drone, but they're sending me a drone." And I said, "The drone that's insured isn't going to be repaired because it's damaged. and they need it for research. And I explained what happened. And I said, they're sending me another one. I said, so technically, can I file a claim on that to recoup the medical bills and everything? And she said, she thinks so. She says, I don't care if you're getting a new drone or not, it's a different drone. She says, let me run it by the agent. We'll get back to you by Monday. But she says, I think you will do it. It shouldn't matter. You get your money for the drone that you paid for it. And then when a new one comes in, which is added to your policy. So I might get that $16.98 back. So I'm gonna let them make the decision. That'd be cool. She said she only had one of the personal policy claim, and it's not like it's a $10,000 claim because it's really hardly anything.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, I got a guy right now asking me about buying my Avata in the box. He said he's in the process of getting his 107. He said he was flying his Avata the other day and lost it, and he lost it mid-flight. So he doesn't have the drone, and I got the drone. He's got the batteries and everything. $450 is yours, babe.
Come on. All right. That's my password manager.
Damn. He's trying to trade me. Ready for this? He wants to trade me a two-person kayak and a Apple 6 Series 6 Apple Watch. No. I want cash.
Yeah, and you don't want to be you don't want to Apple anything because you don't know if it's stolen or if it's even disconnected from his
I'm not
account.
doing that.
2 kayaks are stolen.
You know, a lot of pawn shops over here won't even take Apple products no more because they've had such an issue with people selling them, and they're still connected to their accounts, and they end up getting stuck with quirks pretty much. So a lot of pawn shops aren't even taking them anymore. They won't even take Apple products because it's such a bitch to get them unlocked if they somebody sells it to them.
Frank, that's a good one. Man, those are cool. I want to get one of those. Which one do you have, Frank?
Anybody got a clue as to why Boone has been so active this afternoon?
If you
What
can.
are you doing?
Because I didn't feed him.
Hey, Justin,
What's that?
you see this?
Yeah.
Oh, Beaver.
Cornholio.
Yes.
TP for my bunghole.
I need TP for my bunghole. Are you threatening me? I die every time he says that. Are you threatening me?
So it took you that long to feed them?
I love those guys.
You've been going 30 minutes.
No, I have not.
Been going at least 20.
15.
Well, still 15 minutes to open up a can of food.
Oh no, you got to mix it up and then you got to heat it up and then.
He had a Boston cream.
Why are you heating up his food?
Heating up the dog food?
You don't even heat your own food up.
He's a better dog than I am.
So what you're saying is that you're now feeding him like you fed me, so now it's going to cost you extra money.
Did you print your other wing or what?
Working on it. 36 minutes left. And I started that when you left, and that's 20 minutes ago.
I want to see how it looks like after done. It looks pretty cool, actually.
right?
Dave, you figured that out yet?
Yeah, I did a Google search and Bamboo came back and said bugger off. Well done.
Say when you pull the text up, if you click on click on surface or horizontal. I think if you click on surface, it should take the shape of the surface.
Yeah, it's not doing.
Maybe
But
try to stand it up on its end and then do it that way.
yeah, I've done that. I've actually got it curved on its end, stood up, and then deleted the actual object, and the text is still there, the curve, but it's no fucking use.
Hmm.
So I'm now on that thing that Joe uses, Tinkercad.
Tinkercad.
But for some reason, it will not move the
Yeah,
freaking.
Tinkercad only lets you do a couple of what you call it, couple of texts.
Yeah, I'm just getting into the modifying stuff like that, so I'm not really
It won't let me
that
move the
good with
bloody object. Right. Let's do that then.
And Tinkercad, I've dabbled with that a little bit, but that's like the Rosetta Stone.
The Tinkercad is temperamental.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
You just got to be persistent. You
Well,
can't
it's
be
all right with me.
impatient.
My thing is there's not a whole lot of options. Like there's no toolbar. I don't understand.
Yeah. Impatient wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. I was stirring something. He's not listening.
Right, I've done the text on Tinkercad. Yeah, but it will not let me move it to align it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
David,
Captain be the one who asked about that.
David, read the chat.
Did it say give up? What are we looking at? Try what I put in the chat.
Now, Dominic, I'm gonna have the
Yeah.
mama happy I said that, and then we have the girl mad at me.
Add a curve.
Yeah.
Now I know who she looks like.
Who?
Because the girl looks like a mom, but you can see the difference because she's younger, right? Now she's 18, right? I'm looking at it and I'm saying, man, she looks like somebody else. Looks like my high school girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just thinking of that and I was saying, and the face features basically the same.
Mm.
Maybe
Now
it's
I
her
will show
twin
you a
sister.
picture of my high school girlfriend, but
Maybe
she's in a
it'll like
bikini and
fucking
I'm
bridge.
standing there in a Speedo. So I ain't gonna do that.
Don't want a bridge, but I made it look like a fucking bridge.
We'll wait till Laura gets back on, then I'll show the one with me and my Speedo when I was a teenager. Where that picture's at. I know I got it.
Joe, how the bloody hell do you move an object on Tinkercad?
How do you do what?
Move an object on Tinkercad.
Up in the top, you see that little top, bottom, all that little box like? You gotta hold on that left click on that and move it around. Up on the left side, it's got like the home key will put it right in the middle, then it's hard to move around because it's temperamental. You've got to get that, it's a little, right above where it says home. They've got that little block. It says top, bottom, and all of this. You just hold the block and move it around. It's a pain. It's really a pain. You can't get it to line up directly in front of you, everything.
Yeah, that's moving the whole board, not the actual.
Yeah, that's the only way. Oh, to move the item, you just click on the item. You highlight the item and you can move it around then. I don't know if you got to hold it down, the right click, the left click. Can't remember.
No, just all it seems to want to do is resize it. What is he doing? Why have you moved it
You go
down
up
there?
there.
Stupid bloody thing.
Jim said he did the curve, David, the lettering all the way.
Hold on. I'm good.
You said right click, click, click it.
Yeah, so what you do is you get like this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you just hold it, left click and hold it. That's the home. You just left click on it, you move it around.
Nope, that's not happening either. Oh, for fuck's sake, these fucking computers.
Michaela, turn that big light on back out there. Turn that big light on, Michaela.
Oh, Randy must be playing simulator.
Bleed either. Bleed. There you go. Go.
Randy, are you playing simulator?
What's that?
Playing simulator? Oh no.
No, I'm flying the tiny whoop in the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
My daughter loves chasing after it. Just gotta make sure her hair's pulled up.
Yep.
I got it tangled in her hair about a week or so ago, and it was not fun.
Ouch.
Yeah, all 4 props got tangled in her hair. But luckily with this tiny whip, the props just press on, so I just popped them all off. But then her hair was twisted up like really bad. Trying to untangle it was a nightmare. Michaela, turn that light on out there. The big
Good
light.
point,
The
Gina.
big light in the living room. Right there, that light. Turn it on.
Hey, Dominic, next Thursday morning, they're saying we're gonna be in the 50s.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They said North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, all that area, they'll be in the 40s.
Cold front coming through.
The power don't go out. It's storming like hell outside.
Oh.
She gets so close to it, it's kind of hard not to hit her.
Well, it looks real nice in North Carolina at the moment. Although they're saying they had bad rain earlier in the week.
Yeah, Frank was saying earlier that his neighborhood got really bad
It's been
from
raining
the storm.
every day for the past week.
He says there's still no power until tomorrow.
Because the USPGA Championships at Quails Hollow in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a friend that got a personalized license plate. That's the license plate right there. I'm gonna really piss him off and I'll say you should have put an S behind the Q.
Excuse me.
Instead of excuse me, it's excuse, you had an S.
Yeah, bye, Jim.
All right, be right back, guys.
I decided I'm gonna get me a 2025 Honda Pilot, right? And then where it says pilot above it, I'm gonna put FAA certified.
All right, buddy. Hey, I've been having a nightmare trying to get the footage off of this thing stabilized.
Mm.
I think it's a software issue because when it's unstabilized, with no rock steady, it's not too bad. But as soon as you turn rock steady on, I mean, it just jumps everywhere and jittery.
Holy smokes. How big is that thing? An inch?
This thing,
Oh, wow.
it's it's pretty small. I'd say maybe like 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches.
Jesus.
Cool.
Perfect for flying inside. I mean, a 1S would be ideal, but 2S, because the battery is a little bit heavy, so if you're not really on the sticks, it can get wobbly on you.
But they stopped making the Ponda Pilot. Still good.
You said they did, or you thought they did?
The what? The Honda Pilot or the Palm Pilot?
Honda Pilot.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
I still got one.
Hmm.
I got one in the back.
You seen that movie?
Uh,
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Nope.
Justin, you okay? You're so quiet.
This is Mike.
I don't know what's going on with the Bamboo website. Their prices were up like 40% for about 3 weeks. And then I got on the other day to check out some filament, and all their prices went back to normal.
Yeah, didn't all the tariffs go down to 10% or something?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
When Bamboo has their filament down to $14.99 a roll, it's actually just about the cheapest around. And I like the RFID, the tag not having to punch in each roll when you load it in.
Mm.
You can just see the color, you know what I mean, on the AMS.
Yeah. It's actually built in.
Beth. Okay. Right. I was just finishing my setup on my phone. So.
Hmm.
Does it work the same as the iPhone? Do you just put them next to each other?
You just sign into your Google account. You don't have to put them next to each other. And then it downloads all your apps and everything.
Oh, you can do that, but you can also just transfer everything across by putting them next to each other.
Mm.
Yeah, so once you switch it over, then it will start downloading everything.
Cool.
Joe, you got to check out Grady's thing from the day. Shit was hilarious. He busted a bunch. He busted a bunch of, a bunch of kid predators. That shit was hilarious.
I just watched one about the 4 kids that are charged with the double murder.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Where
there was
they
6 of them.
they robbed a weed dealer, and then the weed dealer after he got shot, he ran over a guy riding a bike.
There was actually 6 of them. 2 of
Oh,
them
was
didn't
it?
have a criminal record, and now they both
Right.
got double murder charges. The other 4 you're talking about already had criminal records.
Okay. Yeah, the
But the-
17-year-old got nervous and shot the guy.
Yep,
Oh, wow.
fucking idiots.
I think it's funny listening to him give those conferences because he's so nonchalant about it.
I know. It'd be like, did you rub your last 2 brain cells together? Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
don't
ought to
give a
hear,
fuck,
you ought to
dude.
hear right now here. They got the news conference, been on now for 50 minutes, talking about the 11 inmates that escaped from Paris prison. And they are livid right now. They're saying they got 5 officers involved with it.
Did it give the information on the inmates, like what they're in for?
Oh, yeah, every one of them was in, they were either convicted of murder in waiting on a trial for murder, all of them with weapons charges. They've only caught 1, and they're saying the 5 guards on duty are all involved.
So they're pretty much
Damn.
lifers.
That's a conspiracy right there, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm telling
5
you,
of
they are
them.
pissed.
5 of them. That's crazy. I can see like 1 or 2, but you got 5 guards involved. They're gonna have to
Yeah, the
audit
5
the whole
on that
damn
wing,
crew.
they're saying they're part of it. They've actually got video of them walking by, they're showing it right now, video of them walking by the doors, looking in and seeing what they were doing, because they were cutting the wall and not doing anything. Then they got video of them all getting out, running out the prison.
What
It's
were they
really-
using to cut it?
11 of them.
Did they say what they used to cut it? Randy, you want to know?
No, they haven't figured that yet.
Yeah.
But they're saying it looks like somebody was trying to get in there, one of the guards, and they were holding it from the other side, couldn't let them in. And then everybody got out. But that happened. Let me see, they got a timestamp on it. No, I can't see the timestamp. But it said they didn't even report them missing until a head count.
So would they cut a hole in the side of the wall of the building?
Yeah, to the side of the wall, and it has bars in between, but they were
Right.
able to fit through that.
And so would they don't have a razor wire fence around the place?
They look like they went out the front door.
Well, you got to
They're
remember
showing
too. Well, Randy, you got to remember too. If there was 5 guards involved, dude, they easily found the best route out of there.
But you
Yeah,
see,
because
it looked like
it's
they-
usually redundancies involved.
Yeah, it looked like
Uh-huh.
they went out a front door, but I know from having to go to parish prison to pick up inmates, you got 6 gates to go through. You got 4 gates,
Right,
4
right.
gates to go through. With they open one, close one, open one, close one, open one, close one before you get in there, and then you got to go through another couple of gates.
Yeah,
I
different
remember,
levels
it
of
was
redundancy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then you pull up here, you got to go through a door section, and then they got to close that door and go 6 different entry points before
And
you
then
get to where the inmates are.
People down for life for murder, and they should have a guard in the tower. You know, if it's somebody in there on a drug charge, I could see not shooting them. But if you're a convicted murderer doing life and you're escaping, they need to
Yeah.
put one in you.
I don't think it should
And I'm
matter
telling
what
you, I'm
your
looking
label
at that right now. They're showing a little closer. I'm gonna be honest with you. That wall looks like it was just sheetrock, and the middle looked like it may have been 2x4s in there, but it was sheetrock. And then the middle of the bars, they were able to fit through.
Yeah, hell no. You just gather up all the local rednecks and you tell them somebody might be on your property. That's all you got to tell them. And they'll be like, "Oh, come on, boys, load up."
Because this is a new jail. This jail was built like 20 years ago. This was the new area of the jail. Because when I was working, actually when I was there, it was still Whitney's 30. It was 20. Last time I worked DMS was 28 years ago, and that part of the jail was built. But I remember it being built right before I worked DMS, and so that area of the jail apparently is those walls are sheetrock with the metal reinforcements in the middle. You know, the bars in between. But they're wide enough that if you're skinny enough, you can get your ass through. I couldn't have got through.
Get stuck halfway.
I wouldn't have got my head through it.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, there's a lot more fit prisoners than there are overweight ones. A lot of prisoners sitting there and work out all damn day.
Yeah. Cause I remember going in there to pick up in the new section of the old parish prison and the old parish prison. I hated to pick somebody up in there because you were going through all these different, it was nothing but, I would almost want to say tunnels, but it was hallways. And you get in between hallways, you could be stranded in between. You could be cornered in
Okay.
there. The new one was more like a
That-
wide open place.
It's that time of the week again. I've got to drop out, so I'm going to go
on, I'm
over
on.
and here. So,
All right, Don, we'll see you over at Arch.
yeah,
No, you won't see me, but okay, have fun.
okay. There is.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Laura.
How you been?
I'm all right. I'm just fucking tired, man. That bus driver pissed me off today.
Whoa, 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 whoa. She just asked how you been. She didn't want a life story.
Shut up, fucking prick.
I was waiting for her to say that.
Justin, you can give me your life story. I don't mind.
No, but that bus driver pissed me
Ask
off
me to
today.
fuck.
So it's hot as shit, like almost 100 degrees out, right? And he's blaring the fucking music in the bus, and he already can't hear worth a shit because he's old as fuck. And then he tells me, and then he turns the air conditioners on full blast because you have to leave it on full blast. There is no middle ground, right? It's either cold in the bus or hot, where you don't have no comfortable. And so we keep it cold. Well, we had the air on full blast. Instead of turning the music down so you can fucking hear my directions, he turns the fucking air off. And then got up to 100 degrees of bus. I said, bro, you got to turn the air back on. I said, you need to turn the stereo off. I can't sit in here like this. I was sitting in there for 2 hours fucking weltering in the fucking heat.
Did
And
he
he
do
was
it? Or
old,
did,
so he
did
was
he do
cold,
what you
you know?
said or no?
Do what? Yeah, he
He-
did after I fucking got pissed off enough. You know how heat makes people, it makes you cranky.
Because he was an old man, he was cold. He's cold all the time. You know.
I honestly think that dude's got freaking, I'm not even kidding. I think he has Parkinson's. He was shaking so bad and he could not push any of the buttons on the tablet. I had to do the tablet all day for him
No,
because
wow.
he couldn't even push even a big fat button on the tablet, like on screen button, you know? He couldn't even push that. He had to hold his hand still with his
That
other
wasn't it, Justin. He knows your reputation. He was afraid of you.
hand.
Nobody's scared of Justin.
Take it out.
It was the DTs.
Let's take that out with it.
Justin went in there and said, you need to turn that air down because I know Joe.
Well, like I told the kids complain
I
it's
know
cold
that
in there.
pussy cat called Joe.
Well, the kids complain it's cold in the bus all the time. I'm like, look, guys, there's 30 of you on this bus, me and the driver, and 30 of you. I said, it's 90, 95 degrees outside. I said, I can't turn that air down or off. I said, you realize how fast it heats up in this bus with all that body heat and everything? And you'll notice that when all the kids are in there, when we first load up, it's like not cold. But then as they're getting off and 2 or 3 get off here, 4 or 5 get off here, you'll feel the bus start to get real cold. And then by the time it's just me and the driver or down the last, 5, 6 kids, it's freezing ass in that bus. But I would rather be cold with a sweater on than be hot and fucking just miserable. Because hot weather makes you much more
Oh, like me.
uncomfortable than cold weather does. You know.
Do you say you want to know what you can hear? You started this.
I said inbox me it. I don't have to read it.
Oh, I tell the kids all the time to bring sweatshirts. I'm like, either bring a sweatshirt or a small throw blanket you can put in your backpack, because I will not be turning this air off. Nope, sorry. You got to deal with it. Because the bus only takes I'm not even kidding. If you turn the air off, it only takes about 10 minutes and it'll be 30, 40 degrees hotter in that bus that quick. I don't know how the fuck these kids be doing that shit neither. They'll be middle of summer with a goddamn sweatshirt on outside. I'm like, how are you not fucking dying from a heat stroke? I don't mind the cold, Brenda. If I had to choose between cold and hot, I'd rather be cold. warm and hot weather makes people cranky. It shortens people's tempers. Yeah, it's not a fun thing.
Justin, you gotta breathe. You
Try
gotta
being in the
breathe.
house. No. Try coming in my house with the air conditioners out and live with Sarah for 2 days. Ooh.
Bro, I'm the same way.
Yes,
I'm
she
the-
had to whisper
I'm the same way, bro. I come home from work and it's hot outside and the wife does have the air conditioner on. Oh man.
That's why we have an extra window unit. We have a window unit in our room because we have central air. But me and my wife like the room freezing cold.
Hey Justin,
What?
did you see that video I sent you? Told you to show it to Ed.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
You posted up. That's never gonna happen, Randy.
He said, "Looks like a damn zoo brochure." Oh man,
That was funny. I wonder if Don did TJ one. He got to it.
This phone is fucking massive compared to my S22 standard.
is that Paul sharing Artie's live stream?
And I got 3 times more memory too. Yeah, why are you sharing this?
If you can.
Paul.
I just figured you wanted to watch it.
No, I'm good.
Paul, take no shit from him. It's your channel, your show. You do what you want.
I didn't tell him he couldn't. I never said he couldn't share it. I asked him why he was sharing it.
That's true. That's true.
Fucking
I'll stick up for him, Randy. I've got to get him wound up and fired up because he's going on Fortnite shortly and he's gonna lose.
Oh, did you guys update your Androids? You got Android 15 out, and the
It was
One
the other-
UI is 7.0 now.
Just so you guys know, Justin is the host.
I think it was the other day.
Oh, well, that's the show ruined. And Justin, I did it 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah,
I
mine
know,
updated like a week ago.
Yeah, I know it came out. I was just asking because
Yeah.
I didn't see a
doing it
new
on the new
user
phone.
interface though.
No, it's different. Like if you look at the battery indicator, and there's
Yeah,
a few
they-
different things that are different.
There are options if you go on. If you pull down and thing, I got told it yesterday. So
Let me see.
yeah, you pull down from the top, and there should be an option.
Like
So-
look at just the battery percentage.
oh, there you go.
indicator.
Pull down into
At
your
the
menu
top, it's
thing,
different.
and then you click the little pen, and then you can change it back to how it was or thingy. Because it really pissed me off when they made everything just scroll
Okay.
instead of being able to go page to page. Everything went scroll. It's like what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, it's a little annoying. I'm trying to get used to it.
Oh, you guys
You
better
can
get
change
rid
it
of.
back, Justin.
You guys better get rid of those phones. You better get one of these.
Nah, if I wanted to buy a crap, I'd go buy a flip phone.
Why do we
I
want
can't.
an
I
iPhone?
can't. I can't own an iPhone. I like women.
Oh,
You've got-
nice. That was good. That was good.
You do know they call it iPhone because it's more like a dial.
I was gonna say
The moment
something,
You
but-
walk it out the shop, it's freaking useless.
He said I like
the
women.
battery's dying already.
That was good. There are a lot more people buying iPhones now. I do notice a lot more people having them than they used to. Because it used to be like you would see 30 Android users and you might see one iPhone user out of 30, 40 people, but now you're starting to see maybe about 10 or 15 out of 40 people.
Bye, Paul.
Oh,
I want the new Pixel 9 Pro.
I heard, I don't know about the Pixel phones because they always seem, I don't know, whenever I watch the reviews on them, they always seem to fall short of the other flagship phones. But except for the camera seems to be badass every time.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It's the
Pixel 9
rest
Pro
of it.
XL. Yeah, the cameras are pretty badass.
Because their sensor is like considered one of the best in the industry. The sensor they use is like supposed to be like top of the line.
Yeah. And
And
then
they
the
said,
AI on the new phone is pretty awesome too.
yeah, because they said like the Apple and Samsung still haven't made a sensor that good yet.
Yeah, that's the best thing about the Pixel is the camera.
But who was it that had David, didn't you or Laura have the Pixel at one point and you guys didn't like it? Was it
Laura, the
Laura?
Pixel.
Yeah. She bounced around from like what, 4 fucking phones in like 6 months. Remember that? She went to what was it, from an iPhone to a Galaxy to a Pixel and then back to an iPhone, I think it was. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Chevy software. There we go. Software update. Install now. I can get that installed. I gotta factory reset my other phone so I can give it to Thomas. The only real thing that I didn't, that the reason I wanted to upgrade, one, I wanted a little bit bigger screen because I'm on my phone so much. But my old phone has some burns in the screen that I've noticed.
Mm.
They're not bad. I mean, you can still watch and you don't see it, unless you got the phone off and you're looking at the screen. Or you're on a white screen and you're kind of looking at it sideways, you can see it. And it's just not a lot of storage. That was only a 128 gig S22. So I got the what was it, the 528 or whatever the hell it was,
512.
or the 512.
512, yeah.
Yeah, 512.
Yeah, the 1 terabyte ones are fucking expensive.
I don't know.
That's insane. A 1 terabyte phone.
Yeah, the S25 1 terabyte. I think it's like $1,200 or $1,300 new.
I'm
Oh,
going
wow.
to splurge and get me a nice phone. I've only ever had like most expensive phone I ever had was like $300.
Right, where the fuck is the storage on that shit?
Yeah, but I do defend flagship phones because I've had so many people say, "Oh, dude, I paid only 200 for my phone. I love it." Yeah, go to a flagship phone and then go to a $200 phone. You'll never want to go back to a cheap ass phone.
Well, I want a phone that can play 4K videos. And cheap phones, they work good when you first get them, but after about 3-4 months, they start lagging.
Well, and they're just not as responsive. They don't have as much RAM. The
Yeah,
processors aren't nearly as good. There's so much more to a flagship phone. And like I said, when you go from a cheap phone, a $200-$300 phone, and then all of a sudden you jump into the flagship phones, you'll never want to go back at that point. And you'll understand the justification for the price. Like I bitch about the price, but I understand why they're that expensive.
right. I was thinking about one of the new Galaxy with the S24.
You might as well go up to 25 if you're going that high in the.
Is the 25 out now?
Yeah, it's not much more
I'll be right back.
expensive than the 24 still. The 23s and to the 22s are pretty reasonably priced and affordable. But once you get to the 24s and 25s, you're not talking much difference in price. Maybe a couple $100.
It's crazy because the Galaxies are more expensive than the iPhones. Like $1,300 for the Ultra.
Well, you know what's
Justin,
crazy?
My
What?
S24 Ultra is the 1 TB.
Oh, you got the 1 terabyte?
Yeah, and it wasn't expensive.
And that's a 4K. They have 4K screens, right?
Yeah.
It's 120 hertz. And I believe they actually do 8K now. The 23s and 24s and 25s. I
That's
believe
crazy.
can do up to 8K.
That's insane. Probably like what, like 24 frames a second.
And I know they got like HDR and all that shit too. And the one that David has would have what, a 208 megapixel camera, David?
I'm not sure.
Because I know the 22s were 108, and then I think the 23s and up were 200 and something. And the front camera's like 100 pixels or some crazy shit. Because I know the front camera on the S22 Ultra is 40 megapixel, which is really good. I mean,
I've updated my Disney password. No, Laura has, which means I ain't getting in.
So did y'all figure out if that new simulator that DJI put in, do they have an FPV version or mode in there with the goggles?
I don't know. I've never used DJI simulator.
Well, because Joe said they just did an update like last week where they put a simulator on the controllers.
I'm gonna have to check it out though.
I'm wondering if they did an update on the goggles so you could do FPV type flying.
You did the
And the
update,
goggles.
they did the update on the goggles, but it doesn't do that. No
That
simulator.
is so stupid.
You
Right,
can't fly the
Justin?
sim with the goggles.
Just
No, I mean, it's not built in.
That's
Just
so
the
dumb.
S24 Ultra.
Uh-huh.
It's got 200 megapixel wide resolution camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 10 megapixel 3x optical zoom,
What's the
and,
front camera?
and the 50 megapixel telephoto lens that has a 5x optical zoom.
What's the front camera?
Doesn't say.
I want to say that's like 50 or higher. I knew it was 200 and something on the megapixels. 'Cause I was
Is it?
looking
That's
up
not
all
a
the-
true 200 megapixel though, is it?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know all that camera shit like fucking you and Donald and Joe
I think
do.
it's a quad. It's probably a quad bear where they take
So
like
I-
450 megapixel images and blend them together and call it a 200 megapixel.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something you'd have to look into because I'm not.
It's a
that-
12 megapixel wide lens.
Because my Sony camera is, I think, 33 megapixel, and it's way clearer than my phone, which is stated at 50 megapixel.
I don't know. Like I said, you'd have to dig into the specs on that, and figure it out.
This is
I don't-
this is what Lloyd bought right here. That's on sale. It's $749 to $599 right now.
Right, did you hear that, Justin?
Where is that old man at? Anyway, what? I hear what?
The front camera is a 12 megapixel,
No.
13 millimeter equivalent ultra wide lens, and the video camera is 8K.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was. Like I thought I could have swore that front camera was 40.
No, only 12. 12 megapixel sensor.
I wonder if it. Maybe it's like Randy said. I wonder if it's 48 and it's doing 412s.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive that front camera was 40 something. I mean, I could be wrong. I was digging into a bunch of the specs for all the different ones the other day, and I can't remember which one was which. Because I was looking at a bunch of different phones the other day. That's what the Air 2 was. Matt didn't believe me that the Air 2 was technically, it could do 8K hyperlapses.
Yeah,
And
there's had a quad bear.
Yeah, he was like, no way that thing does 8K hyperlapse. I said, dude, I'm telling you, if you look at the specs of what, like the spec sheet, that's what it says. And when you go into the settings to do a hyperlapse, it allows you to do 8K. And then he looked it up and he explained that same shit you were talking about. It's not true 8K.
Right, not true 8K.
But the thing is does that method, is that better than or equivalent to the old way that you would do 8K? I'm not familiar with the terms for that.
I don't think it's quite. I don't think it's as good. Because like on the Air 2, or I'm sorry, the Air 3, it says it's got 50 megapixel photo, but actually the 12 megapixel photos look better.
Huh.
Because they're pixel binning it.
Right, I've got a question. Why is Randy facing into the other room and the kids running back and forth?
I think he's got his goggles on.
Oh,
right?
he's got his goggles on. Right. Anyway, thank you guys for all the help. I think I got it sussed.
Oh, with
Oh,
your print you
nice.
were working on?
Yeah.
I wasn't much of a help, but I'm
But I've
glad
done
I
it.
figured
Yeah.
it out.
I've used a Tinkercad and what's this one fucking called? Blender.
No problem, Mr. David. Anytime.
And that's gonna be my the badge I've got to print out. Once
And
I've
this thing's
that, how I would do the pin on the back.
got 4 more gigs of RAM than my S22 do, which is nice. Because my S22 is pretty fast at doing like rendering video and shit. So this one should be really quick. And I like the OtterBox case for it too. It's not like overly thick. It's nice and thin.
Kayla,
How old's your little one, Randy?
my son,
The one that keeps running back and forth.
I think that's my son. He's 4 years old.
Thought so. I saw a post on Facebook. It said the 4-year-olds, they no matter how tired they get, they only need a 30-second nap in the car and they're full of life for the next 48 hours.
Pretty much. My daughter, she just turned 6 and she can go all day long, no nap, no nothing. Like she is unbelievable with the amount of energy she has. Like I don't think I've ever seen her fall asleep during the day. She's like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh damn, it's got another fucking update.
Laura, what are you doing to Disney? So why haven't I got no pin on it anymore?
See, that's one thing I hate about Android is when you do the updates, it doesn't just go to the latest update. It makes you do every update it's missed. Hate that shit. So if this thing's like 4 updates behind, I'm gonna have to do all 4 of them. That's
Oh,
annoying.
wow.
I think Apple's the same way. Like if you get a phone that's been sitting, in a warehouse or something for 6 months or something, and they sell it to you, I think it does the same thing where you have to go through every one of the updates they had put out in that 6 months.
That's so stupid. You should be able to jump right to the latest one.
Yeah, it doesn't let you do that though. It just makes you go through each update because it still hasn't gotten to the 7 Android 15 yet. Well, what's cool is they put the AI, all the stuff that was supposed to be exclusive, I think, to the 24 and 25. They put all the way back to the 22, all the features. I think you can even do it on the 21, I think. Was my old phone got the update the other night. I was going through and looking. I was watching some videos on it and went and checked my downloads and it was in there. I went ahead and updated it. Yeah, I might get on Fortnite for a little bit, but I don't know how much I'm gonna play tonight. I'm fucking tired. I got the next 6 days off anyway, so I'm not really worried about it.
Nice.
Maybe. You didn't have a snack tonight?
What kind of
What do you-
tables that thing's those printers sitting on?
You talking to me, Justin?
Yeah.
Hold on. That is a conference room table that my job was getting rid of. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and I'm telling you, that table weighs probably 100 pounds.
I was
It's
gonna
solid.
say it kind of looked like one of those fold-out tables for a sec. I was like, "How are you printing on one of those?"
It does, believe it or not, it does fold. The legs, it's got these knobs or these handles on the back. You pull them in, and the legs fold up. But that table is so damn heavy.
Yeah, that's good.
It took 2 people to carry it in here. It's that heavy.
Yeah, that's good then.
But
I've seen,
it's perfect for the printers.
because I've seen some people try to put them on those fold-out tables. And those things are so light.
Oh
It's
no, you
just,
can't do that.
Yeah, rocking the shit out of the table.
You're really you know what I mean, making it struggle to keep the print quality,
Yeah, you definitely need a really heavy table.
especially when you got 2 of them, because the A1 is a bed slinger, so that thing really, I mean, it'll get it rocking. The the X1, it really doesn't shake much at all.
No, my
Did-
P1S doesn't shake.
Did you get
Right, that's
another?
basically like the same thing.
Did you get one more of those tables? Did you grab another one?
No, I didn't have nowhere to put it, so a
Yeah,
couple other guys.
you could have done a nice little L shaped.
Yeah,
setup.
I'm going.